Welcome to Inside Sim Racing. I'm Billy Strange, and this is another retro edition of Test Drive. The game we are playing is Gran Turismo 3 A-Spec for the PS2. Now, technically, I'm not playing it on the PS2. This is for, or actually on my PS3, which is over there. And I thought this would be a great opportunity to take a look at this game because it is turning 15 years old in July for the North American and European audience. Japan already got it in April. But in July, this came out, North America and Europe, and this was really, well, this is the first Gran Turismo game on the PS2, but really pushed the whole console racing market forward. And it's a fantastic, at least back in the day, it was a fantastic game. We're going to skip the intro there. So I've already gone in and set up my Driving Force Pro from Logitech from back in the day as well. We're going to jump into simulation. I've already bought a car, so you guys don't have to watch me do that. We can go check it out real quick though. Bought the AE86. And then we put a semi-racing air filter and exhaust on it, and a chip in it to boost the horsepower a little, and then we also did a semi-racing flywheel. So if you're not familiar with Gran Turismo 3, real quick, car dealership, pretty self-explanatory. Tune the car, which is a little different than before. You used to have to go into the car dealership and do that. In this one, you actually just went to the shop. You didn't have to select a dealership to do that in. And then here's your license center, but I'm not going to bore you with that. In fact, what they did, you can test the car, and here you can do oil changes. Yes, you do need to do oil changes, and you can wash your car, which there is some aspect to people believe that washing a car does pick up some miles an hour because your car can get dirty. I could kind of see that. I never even bothered. It just makes the car look shiny to me, and you might pick up a mile an hour or two on a really fast track. Okay, so what they did here is, in previous games, you didn't get many races to do without getting a license. But you can go all the way up to here now without having to go get a license, and that was a big prohibiting factor. And we're gonna start. Alright, here we go. You can qualify. That will get you a little bit of money if you qualify on the pole, but we're gonna start in the back. Yes, the good old bumper cam. Now, I have a fat PS3, that's why I can play. I have the game disc and everything, so that is why I can play the PS2 game on my PS3, and it actually has the smoothing and full screen option on. Alright, so I started from the back just to see what this was going to be like. Looks like it's going to be fairly easy. So I am just going to skip ahead real quick. But before I go, force feedback actually doesn't feel all that bad, although the brakes are touchy. Even though I've calibrated them, the brakes are touchy. Yeah, we'll go ahead and skip ahead because this is going to be pretty boring since I'm already blasting away from the field. Alright, so fairly uneventful. That's kind of how it goes in Gran Turismo 3 to begin with, especially if you pick the right car. And we will end up winning our race, get us some money. Alright, so we're going to start in the back again. This is midfield, so race number 2 now in the Sunday Cup. see how the force feedback and steering and everything works here. Go up through the gears. So like I said before, this has smoothing on it, believe me. This is kind of how, if you played Gran Turismo back in the day, this is kind of how you remembered it. Taking smoothing off, it's even worse than this, if you can remember. But back in the day, this was cutting edge stuff. And I loved playing this game. I mean, I didn't have a wheel when I first got the game. In fact, I didn't have this wheel until, look out, until Gran Turismo 4. So I played all of Gran Turismo 3 with a controller, and I used the right analog stick as the gas and the brake. Because the triggers were just, if I remember right, the triggers were just digital. And you had much more throttle control with the right analog stick for gas and brake, so you could modulate the brake going in. And I remember jumping to Gran Turismo 4, and then we got the wheel. Whoa, look out. This can bite you right there. And I was actually faster with the controller than I was with the wheel. And it's mainly because I played with the wheel for a little bit, but probably didn't give it a big enough chance. Because I was so used to controller. I was like, oh yeah, this is fun, and then I'd go back to the controller. And now I've beaten 1, 2, and 3. I've gone through all the career mode, gotten all the cars that I ever wanted, many times over. I've probably done this game at least 3, 4 times all the way through. I know I've done at least 2 or 3 times all the way through. I've done 1 all the way through at least 6 or 7 times. So, we're at the end of lap 2. If you guys have any memories of Gran Turismo 3, if you ever played it, please share them in the comments below. If you end up liking this video and you want to see more, I'm more than happy to do more of these. Just make sure you click that like button. Alright, and here is the last race in the Sunday Cup, Trial Mountain. Once again, I know we can qualify. That does earn us a little more money if we qualify on the pole. But in the interest of making this somewhat interesting, at least at the beginning of your, whatever you want to call it, your simulation career, you want to make sure that, let's start from the back and give ourselves a little bit of a challenge. I'm just going to, thank you. Oh, hi there. And there's your first instance of Gran Turismo AI. They kind of just keep on the same line no matter if you're there or not. You really have to be far enough alongside of them for them to really give you kind of any room. And with stock tires on this thing, it's a little tricky every once in a while. They don't care. They don't really give you a whole lot of room. So you kind of have to anticipate that. There's only 6 cars on the track. That's all that they could, quote-unquote, handle. But coming from Gran Turismo 2, this was such a step up. I remember going through magazines and everything. In fact, they still have a magazine, I think. I mean, the light shafts coming through the trees, it was amazing. You'd see these in the previews and stuff like that, and then when Japan got theirs, people were posting, or they were showing pictures, and there might have even been videos online at that time. I don't remember, mainly because I don't think we had an internet connection then, at least that I can recall. Or yeah, maybe we did. Maybe we did. But anyway, I was floored by how they can make a game look this good. And this game got really high marks. Across the board, everybody gave this just an amazing score. If they weren't perfect 10s, they were near perfect. Closing in on the final lap of this trial mountain course, I am pleasantly surprised with how well the wheel is. Sure, it's not as detailed as anything now, but it's actually got pretty good force feedback. And it gives you the sensations that you need. Like, I can feel the rumble strips there, and I can feel when the car starts to step out. It actually translates really well. Which you would think, this being a 15-year-old game, especially a console game, you kind of scoff at it and say, I can't really. Actually, it does. It does really feel. It feels pretty good. You know, whether you want to say it's true simulation or not, I mean, it's simulation enough. Simcade-ish, I guess. There you have it. We've won now all 3 events. Once again, you guys want to see more, make sure and hit that like button. We're going to get another $1,000 here. Very good. All right, and here's what we get for winning all 3 races. We get another one. Rats. And you could have used a guide to know that. You could have picked a different car, but we'll just sell this one. So, that's all for this episode. We did Gran Turismo 3 for its 15th anniversary. Did all 3 races in the Sunday Cup. Wheel feels great. Throttle feels fantastic. Nice sensitivity in the throttle. Nice throttle response from the game. I think the only thing that makes it feel arcade-like is the brake itself. I think it's a little too good. Again, a great game. Hope you guys enjoy this. Hopefully I'll get to do another one. Yeah, this turned out cool. Thank you so much for watching. For all the latest in sim racing news, make sure to hit isrtv.com. If you haven't subscribed to our channel, please do so. You can also follow us on Twitter. You can follow me on Twitter if you like, at @strange_Billy. And I will catch you guys in the next video. Take care.